Okay, welcome guys, welcome. I hope everything is working actually. Doesn't seem to be. Why is that? Yeah, no, it seems to be. Okay, I don't know why my camera's not working. I'll just go and flip to something else and see if that changes it. We'll come back again. Camera doesn't seem to be wanting to play. It's a tiny little camera actually, and it's not. I'll just go understood there. Just see if I can get this to work. Strange, it should be working. Just go to a different screen. It's not working. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's. Should have checked it before I started. It's sort of funny because I get used to sort of looking across to make sure I'm not covering stuff, and it's going to put me off if I don't. Actually, I'll just reset the transformation. Yeah, you know, it's not, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to play. Something's gone off with that. What I might do is I might just look, I'll just keep on going. I think I won't worry about it. We won't worry about it, and then we'll try to figure it out. I'll try to figure it out another time. If I go to game, is that going to work? No, it's sort of like the camera's on, but it's just not actually doing anything. Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to continue our current game, so let's go to wherever we were last time. We're at day 47, and see how we go. So this is a DasTactic game, which means that if you're watching on Twitch, which is where I can ban people easily, then you can actually get a character, and if your character dies, you get banned for half an hour or so. That's the way it works. But we'll see how we go. So we're sort of we're a fair way into a campaign at the moment. Not a fair way, but we're a distance in, and so we're sort of slowly getting better and better equipment. We already have a fairly fleshed out force that we're sending into different things. So we've just got the Doomsday is at 59%, represents how close the world is to nuclear war. If it approaches 100, then humanity will be destroyed. So we do have to be a bit careful of that. We're getting +3 all the time. So I can do different things. I've got 149 operation points back over here, and I'm getting 14 of them per day. So I need to keep on getting more and more of those. That's really, really important. That's the I can spend 100 of those to reduce the tension, to reduce the Doomsday. So all of the vehicles have been refueled. We can sort of see through there. We can also spend it to raise money. Now, our money is not fantastic. And to be honest, it's been a while since I've played this. Actually, I didn't realise just how long. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a recap anyway, just for myself. So 14 days funding report, 41 days the invasion begins. So we're sort of before the alien invasion does start. We've only got one base, which I'm just going to probably just keep the one base, I think, and just to see how we go. So we are still 5 days away from getting another lab. So we're trying to get like a second laboratory. We've got one laboratory in here. We do actually have an ability to get another, like we've got a hangar, but we actually don't have a second aircraft, and I'll need to get one of those as well. We're not going to afford it. So that's sort of where we are at this point in time. We do actually have 3 living quarters back into there. We've got 1 storeroom. We shouldn't need any more than that at this stage. Workshop back over here. We don't need more than just 1 of those at this stage. And then we do actually have 4 generators back over through this other side as well. Down through here, we've got ourselves a medical centre and then a training centre. Now, we're a little bit underdone in training. Like, we actually need to actually get a second training centre, but I'm just going to leave that one for now. Like, if I go to the training, if I do go and throw another one in, I'm just going to cost 750,000, so I can't afford it anyway. Research, what are we doing? We are doing aerial warfare, so we're just trying to get a bit better at that one. Engineering, we are making Warden armor. So Warden armor is the better armor for our forces. And then we have, back through here, we have our different characters. Some of them are on the Skyhawk. I've got 5 on the Skyhawk at this stage. Fisherman's friend should not be on the Skyhawk. He should be unassigned at this stage with being injured. So we'll just sort of we'll come back and and flesh out the Skyhawk when we get another mission. We've got a few like Red Shirt at 92% hit points, 80% down there for orangutans. There's still a couple of this private here, for example, can be named. There's a few. This one here can be named as well, like these riflemen. So we've got a few of them that are actually still nameable in the group. Not that many, but and then we've got a lot of units that are really badly damaged. So these are got recovering 15 days, 19 days, 15 days. So there's a few of them there that are actually damaged from previous missions. So we had I think a pretty dangerous. I can't even remember it, to be honest, but it must have been a pretty bad one last time. Anyway, that's why we need the medical centres and the training capacity as well. So we've got those. Then we've got the basic stores. Now I can just go and sell junk, which is all this stuff. Yeah, I'll sell all that. Just sell those items because you don't need them. That's going to give me 114,000. So as we come in and do missions, we'll then sort of be able to sell them off, which also then reduces the capacity of our store. Like you can see, we've got a lot of capacity there. We don't really need anything else. The armory is just where we deck everyone out. I don't think I'll worry about those just yet. We've only got the 4 that are left, still intact on the actual on the ship itself. Actually, one thing: do we have a Mars? Did we lose the Mars last time? Looks like we did. If we go back to the soldiers, we did. We're going to need one of them. And so with that 380,000, we'll just go back to the engineering and go to vehicles. Oh, we've got a Mars rebuild. So 3 days, 11, that's 125. A Mars combat platform is 250,000. So the rebuild produced 1 Mars combat from the recovered Mars wreckage. So we did actually have a wreckage Mars there. I'll just go and rebuild that one. So I'll start production there as well. So the Mars rebuild is, yeah, that'll be okay. So we'll just sort of leave that one in there. It's going to take a few days to get that one back again. So we must have, we mustn't have done very well in the last run. Hi, Cute Kiki, how you going? And also Supreme Plague. So welcome, guys. Supreme Plague. I hope I didn't miss too much. I've only just started. I actually slept in today, which is good. I like sleeping in. So we've got the engineering, soldiers. Now you do have one. You're intact. You're a shield user. Not on the current ship. You're a lieutenant. I'm trying to get everyone up in terms of their ability. So if there's a private, I do want to bring them along, but I also don't really want. I want the privates to end up being named characters. I don't want to be bringing unnamed characters on missions. So we've got a couple of privates in through there. The aircraft themselves, again, we've just got the drop ship through there. Very, very limited in what we actually have on board at this stage, so we'll bring those out even more. In Xenopedia, we don't really need to know about. So let's just go back to the Geoscape and let time run forward for a little while, I think. I don't think I'll react to Doomsday. Now, one thing we do actually have is we can spend... now, what do I need? I've already got the... if I have a quick look at Asia, for example, I've got intelligence, which we've already claimed. This is... so intelligence gives me the operation points. So I've already got that one. I've got another intelligence up through there. Identified a key official. This one only gives me 2. And it cost me 250. So I'm just going to close that one. Yeah, so if I have a quick look in through that side through there. If they're green, we get a bonus from them. If they're red, it means that it's sort of working against us. Now, I think that this one here, yeah, we get -2 Doomsday per day. And we've already got this. So we've already got some of these things like supporters and things. There's a star there. So this is in Africa. We could actually get the elite funding. But it's going to cost me 400 operational points. But we do get monthly funding of plus 500,000. So these elites are what we actually are wanting to try to go and get. We've got, actually that one there is more funding as well. It's going to be cheaper. There's 280 from North America. And we also do have the intelligence there. It's only 2 operation points per day. So it's the ones with the stars that we really want to be sort of trying to get. The scientist in through there is 400. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep what I've got. All right, let's get our timing up a little bit until we start to see other things. Warden armor produced. That's good. Now we've got so Red Shirt is now recovered properly. Local fighter squadron engaged and destroyed by alien craft. 10 airmen killed in action. That was in here somewhere. So that was outside of our operation. See, this is rising all the time. We may have to do one of these just to drop the tension. Here we go, engineering complete. Beginning now on the Mars. So we'll close that one. Airliner was shot down as well. Back over here where we don't actually have any anything. So airliners were destroyed all the way across into here. So there's alien operations, but we don't actually have any presence back over there. 73% for Doomsday. Now, how much do we need for that other one? I could still, if I reduce the tension, I think I'm going to have to spend a bit just to reduce that tension. So this is going to cost me negative 43 Doomsday. Daily increase goes down a little bit as well. The cost is 100. Cooldown 3 days. Let's commence the operation. So that just reduces the Doomsday, but it gets our operational points back down again as well. Orangutans have recovered now as well. Following buildings have been finished construction, so the next laboratory is now finished as well. Just go and if I view the base, we can now have up to 12. And they're going to cost me a bit to bring scientists in. So aerial warfare, hire scientists. Now these cost 125. I do have the living capacity for them. This one's going to cost 150. Oh, sorry, higher. We can do one for that. Oh, that's overall. That's okay. 100,000. Let's get 4 of them for 200,000. So we'll just go in that way. All right. So we now have 9 scientists. This is going to allow us to get our science a little bit faster. Hi, Vegan. How are you going? So, Superflank is saying you also get a bonus, I think, if you get all in one zone, like in Africa, etc. Oh, okay, yeah, for all of those different bits and pieces. Versus a long way off getting those. I need to keep on getting more and more though of this, so I need to keep on getting the intelligence. Our engineers at Europe have completed work on the Mars rebuild. No further engineering work is queued, so they'll now sell their abilities to do different things. If we go to assign the projects. We also have, some of the. We've got alloys. We've got 34 alloys. I'm trying to think of what we need. Accelerated rifle. Let's take 6. We do one accelerated rifle for our soldiers to use in the battlefield. So these are sort of like better weapons. The armor, we've got 6 armor there now. So that should be enough for us to sort of start to bring in enough when we need to. Equipment-wise, we just got the stun gun, which doesn't sort of cost us anything. I can't afford to get an actual Mars platform anymore. The aircraft is 500,000, so we'll need to wait until we get more money before we can start one of those. And then the air weapons, the accelerated cannon, I'll just leave that off. I think that actually the accelerated cannon, 25 alloys in there. It does cost a bit. Upgrades our interceptor autocannon into more powerful accelerated cannons. The weapons here. God, which one do we need? So accelerated shotguns fire multiple pellets with each shot, giving them high potential damage. However, they are rather inaccurate and rely on the short range accuracy bonus to be effective. This is just shotguns themselves. This makes them very powerful assault weapons, but of limited use when there's little opportunity to close with the enemy. So the damage is 3 by 33 kinetic, penetration 3 armor. I don't know what the old shotguns are. I don't know which one of these is more viable. So this is 46 kinetic, 12 armor, penetration, destruction, -2 armor per hit. In comparison to what we end up having, the rifle, for example, even if we have a look at this one through here, 5 armor, penetration, -2 armor. Are they all just -2 armor? Yeah, it is. Range 9 tiles. This one is range of 20 tiles. Sniper rifle, range of 30 tiles. I don't know if that's... if we just go back out again, because I'm thinking we may need to get some of these. We have to figure out the best way forward with this. So I'll just go back out to my soldiers. Actually, I'll go to the loadouts. So these here, if I hover over this one here, this is 28-0 armor penetration and but still -2 armor. So that one's still pretty much okay. If I go to the, if I just go down each one of these, this is 3 times 28. It was, I think, 33. No armor penetration, 2 armor per hit. So the armor penetration looks to be the important thing. Now we're using a lot of these sort of shotgun guys to go in and do things. We also then have a ballistic rifle, 34 kinetics, no armor penetration. Looks like the armor penetration is what we end up getting if the accelerated. This one does have 10 armor, 40 kinetic, -2 armor per hit. So 40-10. They're really the 3 weapons that we use. 40 with 10 and -2. Well, they're all -2 anyway. So it's 34-0, 3 times 28 and 0. I think that it's worth getting these and these, to be honest, not so much the sniper one. Let's have a look again back at the engineering. So the rifle, when we hover over that one, it's 40 damage, 45, and with 5 penetration, which is good. The shotgun is 3 times 33 with 3, which is great as well. So spring flex, I wouldn't mind an accelerated pistol with my shield. Well, you do use it, actually. That's the other thing too. It should be cheapish to get this. This is that's 5 armor penetration. You know, that's not bad. We only need 1 of them because we only bring 1 shield guy along. The shotgun themselves, I like the look of that one, and the sniper rifle. It's only marginally better to use the accelerated sniper rifle, so I don't think I'll bother with that. Yeah, okay, we'll start with one of those. We'll get ourselves a couple of shotguns, and that's all we can afford. All right, that's okay. We're down to 2,000, so we'll just get those in there. That'll do, because we at least have 2 shotgun guys. It's close range. You know, maybe I will actually get rifles instead. Because we always bring them out as well. Yeah, so spring flags, I usually go with, for pistols and shotguns, is accelerated to remove armor. Snipers and rifles are great as laser. Yeah, that's right, because we get them eventually, don't we, the laser weapons. Yeah, in that case, look, I think you're right. Let's do that. Seeing insufficient funds through there. We'll just go back out again. And we'll wait. So we've still got 8 days before we get our funding report. 35 days before the invasion begins. Okay, 4 scientists have now arrived at the location. So we've only got like limited living capacity, which is okay. There's the Mars there, which we'll have to have a look and just double check it's been done with the way that we want it to be done. Let's just go back out there again now. Military aircraft destroyed over here. Aerial warfare has now been researched. That's good. Accept the report. So new engineering projects available to build aircraft missiles. So we'll assign the projects. Now we have a fair few. Alenium power. Harnessing immense power of alenium may unlock improved aircraft technologies and more efficient source of power for our bases. That's not bad. We've got a. This is going to help us with sort of attacking different things. We've got autopsies there as well. I think what we'll do is. These are fairly fast. I think I'm going to go this top one. The other one will just help us in the actual attacks. Okay, Shizzle, how you going? And Stardagger Riansu is in saying XCOM UFO defense, sort of. Sort of. Here we go, we're going to clean a raid. Okay, so the cleaners have established a command post that they are using to expand their operations in the local area. Destroying it will disrupt their activities and may allow us to capture valuable data about their organisation. So mission type, capture resources, biome, western town, time remaining 3 days. Victory conditions is -10 to the doomsday counter, and we do get a random number of operation points, which would be fairly useful. So that would be good. And if we lose this, we end up getting a +10 to the doomsday. So we need to go over there and do this. Now, we want to also make sure that we don't arrive at night time. We want to be coming in daylight. I think we do. So I'm just going to go and show the mission briefing. So, yeah, hack at least 10 cleaner computers with the target building. Each hack awards soldiers a data stick. Yeah, return your shoulder to dropship and lift off. Lost conditions, all Xenonauts are eliminated. So we'll just go and close this one. And we'll close this one for now. And I'm just going to... I'm going to wait for that one to sort of track forward. Let's get ready for it. So as we fly across, I think I want to start where the night time is about here. And then we'll sort of fly in, and we should end up in daylight on the next day. So let's go across to our armory, the armory screen. Actually, what I will do is I'll first of all just go to the soldiers. So with this particular one, how important is a sniper on this mission? Is it going to be inside buildings? So nowhere near as important as it typically would be. Still got Prilkop is still 70% hit points. They're still recovering, so I don't want to send in someone that's like all these guys like Dragster, Began, and Prilkop are too badly injured to still injured. They've still got injury, so I don't want to bring them across. I definitely want to take in at least 2 shields, and I also want to take in the Mars. So the Mars platform will be set for the Skyhawk, so that's one of them. Now we've got currently on the ship, we have just different sergeants. So Silver Cole, Resmelin, PGS Rules, and then a Corporal, Curry Boglin. So we've got the one shield is Silver Cole. Now Supreme Plague is already a lieutenant. So I do want to get them being raised up. The now Resmelin with the assault shield. Yes, we've got one assault. I'm going to need a second assault. So, in terms of my assaults that I have available, I've got Red Shirt, Prilkop's injured, and I've got old Mr. Frodo. Now, these are all sergeants, so they're sergeant majors, and so we have a sergeant down through here. Is there anyone else? There's another, so yeah, Began's also an assault, but is injured. So we're going to have to take old Mr. Frodo, I think, so we'll bring him along. So Drax is saying, good evening, are you trying to get me killed? Are you in this one? Let's have a look and see. You're not in the ship so far. In fact, you don't have a character. I've got a feeling you may have been killed at a previous time. We do have a couple of them that I'm hoping to, like this one here needs to be named. I've got 2 that require naming at this point in time, which I would like to bring along. So you're not in here, are you, Drax? Oh, you are, down the bottom there. Yes, no, you are. You were nearly killed. Yes, you were. That's right. You were the sniper that almost died. So you're slowly sort of coming back from the dead. The bottom in red, yes. No, that was in the last mission. You, I think, suffered very, very badly. Now, we do need to get a sniper as well. So we've got Mr. Worth in through here. Is he the only other sniper that we've got? Yeah, it looks to be. So we're going to have to assign Mr. Worth in as well. If you have a look at the accuracy, just to see if anyone else... This one here has got good accuracy. Fisherman's Friend has got good accuracy. I mean, they're all within QE of each other. Low hit points there for Mr. Worth. Let's just bring Mr. Worth in. He's only a sergeant as well. So bring you onto the ship. I don't know, like this. To be honest, I sort of find, I think if it's the mission I think it is, or the sort of buildings that I think it is, I don't think a sniper is going to be the best one to take along, but I'll still take it. We've still got 2 more. Now, how many have we got? If we just go back into status again, we've got shields. I've only got 1 shield going, and I probably want to get, I've got 2 more slots. Definitely want another shield coming in. There's Lieutenant Supreme Plague there. There's a Sergeant Major Red Shirt. So I'll bring Red Shirt along as well. That's 2, and we probably want 1 more rifleman. Yeah, 2 assaults, and we want 3 riflemen would be a good mix here, I think, and then 1 shield. Could even go with a 2nd shield, but I'll take the rifleman in. So 1 more rifleman. So that's the one I would like to take across. So Philip says, thank you there for your super chat. I can't ban you, but I will name you. I will give you a name, because if you're not on Twitch, of course, if you're watching on with the super chat, I do appreciate that. So I will actually. So, but I'm not going to be able to ban you. But that's okay, because you made a super chat. So I'll pop you in as which one? I'll just have you as one of the others. So we've got 1 private down the bottom through here. Where was it? We had I'm sure there was a private. We had 2 privates. I'm not seeing it. They may have already upgraded. Little sergeants down through there. Yeah, there's already a corporal. So Dominic Korski back in through here, and then we have Corporal Yatuka back in through here. He's got better stats. So I'll rename this one here. I don't think I can do that one. I'll pop that one on the Skyhawk, and I'll give that to you, Philip. Thank you for that. Paul Dest is saying, hi Dad, so I keep toying with getting Dominion 6, but I see Dominion 5 is a lot cheaper. Is it worth to try? No, it's worth getting 6. Just go straight to 6, pretty much. So could I make him the Mars? Oh, actually, that's a point. We might see if we can do that. Actually, that would be interesting. That's a good idea, actually. Thanks for that, Supreme Plague. I don't know if we can rename them. Let's go back out now to the actual armory, and because we now have a full team, let's just go and see if we can change the name of the Mars. Oh, we can. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, so you'll be the Mars, Philip. Philip B. That way we know that it's not a bannable person, but it can be still blown up, and it's going to be taking a big role in this particular one. So we'll accept that one there. So the Philip B is the one that we actually have through here. Now, this one actually has to be decked out. So we've actually now got 3 riflemen. I would love to have this one as a named character, this corporal. I think I might ditch that one from the group, unless it's someone that does want to claim that one. If you're watching on Twitch, to get the and then I'll put it in. But otherwise, I'll bring another rifleman in. We've got Sev, for example. I'll take Sev in instead. So we've got the where was it? God, I'm really losing sight of where people actually are. Oh, there she is at the top. Didn't go high enough up. So I'll bring in Sev as the one. So So yeah, no, Pebble Dash. If you don't like 6 really like between 4 and 5, people were thinking there's not much difference. There actually was, but people were saying there wasn't. But between 5 and 6, it is a very very much a definite difference between those two games. So if you're trying to get into it, I would suggest that 6 is actually easier to learn. It's got much more information. The tooltips use question marks on every screen because there's different sort of tooltips and things and different shortcuts you can use on every single screen. So and from there you should be able to just start with something like Ulm or something like that in the Middle Age, and you should be fine, hopefully. Having said that, it took me literally months to learn to play it properly, and even then I'm still only a sort of middle of the road player. Anyway, let's go back into the armory. So we now actually have the group on the actual ship itself. We also want to set them up. So what I might do before we even do this is just go across to the Skyhawk. The Mars I'm just going to pull these back. The Mars is set up, and I don't know why it's like that. We want the Mars there. Now we've got shield. I want shield. Where's my other shield units? Oh, sorry, no, that's the shield unit. Then we've got the shotguns guys. Now it says I've got 3 of those. Is that what we went in with? Yeah, we did 3 assaults. That's actually not too bad. I'm sort of happy enough with that. I think that'll be okay. So the shield guys we want to sort of have marching in forward. Now, if it's what I think it is, we're not going to be having to worry about what's happening on the outside edge. But I think I might still just keep it back in this sort of arrangement where I've got riflemen pointing out through the side doors and then 1 rifleman in behind the Mars. So it doesn't matter who they actually are. Let's now go to the armory. So we'll just work our way through from the top. So Sergeant Sorbicol with the shield is now underweight, and we want them to always be carrying a little bit more than what they need. So these weigh 2. So you can see there, if I just go 1 over, they're going to train in strength if they go 1 over. It does impact their time units slightly, but it does allow them, after they get back from the mission, they then will actually have a little bit more in through there. Now, in terms, grenades would be very, very useful here. So I'm going to ditch the 2 ammunition. We do actually have a smoke grenade. If we just go across into equipment, I think we'll take another smoke grenade or a stun. Flashbang wouldn't be bad. I'll take a flashbang. That's just going to be we're going to be now slightly over in our time units, which will then promote strength. So we'll actually, this will be like strength training. So we lose 1 time unit, but we do gain the ability to sort of do more here. We do have heavy armor. We've got Warden armor, which is important. So we're sort of we're decked out pretty well there. So that's Sorbicol. Philip B, the Mars platform. We've got the primary and secondary. Now these are the defaults, but I don't want those. I want this cannon. So the vehicle cannon will then sort of be placed in that position. So we'll end up with that one. And the secondary, the equipment. What else do we have? We have a rangefinder, maybe used to equip in the vehicle secondary slot in order to increase accuracy. So it currently has this this ballistic auto rifle. Does 34 damage. Range 20 tiles. And then we've got this one as well, which is a smoke launcher. 5 smoke grenades that reduce the accuracy of any units firing through them, allowing the player to protect the vehicle or nearby soldiers from attack. There's some good stuff there, you know. God, I don't know which one of these to go with. The accuracy can make a big difference. Let's go that way. It takes our accuracy up to 60 with this unit. So that's going to be fine. We've got the heavy steel plating. If we go and throw that one on, it reduces my time units down to 68, but it does give me a lot more protection. Get plus 10 armor. We've already got we've got steel plating up through there. That's all we actually have. So we're going to go with the extra armor. If I turn that one off, it goes from 15 to 25, so more survivable. let's do it that way. We don't need the it to be able to sort of run around all over the place. Yeah, get armor in the aiming mod, says Star Dagger. Yes, that's exactly what we've ended up doing, so that's fine. I'm going to actually save this. This is the equip role equipment, so this button will equip the. Sorry, I want to save that as my Mars platform. I'm just going to go yes. And so when we get a Mars, this is my default. I much prefer the accuracy of the cannon rather than the big destructive power of the rocket launcher. So the cannon for me is the way to go. Then we've got the assaults. Sergeant Frodo, 1 time unit penalty. Does actually have a baton, a stun baton, baton, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Back in through there as well as the shotgun. Now I don't think we've got anything that's we haven't actually built any of the actual equipment yet. I may even wait just until we get one of those. We'll see how we go. Resmelin, back in through here. Actually, we may not have time to do it to get the other one. Resmelin, same deck out, but we actually are now 1 under in terms of what we're doing here. I'm just going to go and grab one of these because they're only 2. That just pushes me 1 over. So again, I want to make sure that everyone is going in with these time unit penalties. Sergeant Worth here, the sniper. Again, we are 1 under. Just need to deck that one out a little bit better. He's can carry a lot of stuff. He's very, very strong for a sniper. Red Shirt Wizard, back in through here again as well. Does have a gas mask, like the rebreather. So just double check all of these guys that they've all got Warden armor. Yep, they've all got the Warden armor there. That's good. We should be able to have enough to put that also on the rifleman. Yeah, that's got Warden armor there. Pop that one on board. So they don't need to have much else. Again, these are under, so I'm just going to go and take one of these, throw that into there. 1 time unit. Sev is also right on the limits there. The actual rifle 4, I'm going to ditch that because we don't need those for this particular weapon. We're more just carrying these. Now that's actually a 2 time unit penalty. I'll still stick with that. There's nothing that's worth 3. So it's 4. That's worth 4 as well. So these are all just worth 4. So I'll just take more of the ammunition for his actual weapon across, or her weapon. That's Sev. Curry Boglin is also 1 under. So we'll just go and drag one of those in just to get the weight penalty up. Red Shirt Wizard is 3 under. Okay. So we'll throw one of those in. That takes us 1 over. So, yeah, 2 smoke, that's all okay as well with the rebreather. Mr. Worth, the sniper, 1 over. Resmelin, 1 over. Just looking at the mix, we do actually have... These medikits are really important. All of the riflemen will have them by default, so they're sort of useful. And so have to just try to remember that we do actually have... Resmelin is carrying one of those as well. These have got 25 weight. The assault, actually, both of them have got it. This is awesome. The fact that they've got these. Normally, you'd be wanting to have a bit more up through here, to be honest. Do we need the demolition charge? Arguably not. Let's go with the smoke grenade. So that'll do us there. That one does have smoke. And that one's got more than enough there. It's only weight 6 there for the rebreather. Okay, so we have to remember that Red Shirt can go in and actually take different things. So I think we're ready to go. I think everyone is now decked out, so that's all good. And we'll just go back to, in fact, how are we going with engineering? 9 hours, which would be about right. So we may be able to get the accelerated pistol at least into the mix. So we're just going to wait for this to sort of go past us. Might even wait for that to come. Would have liked to have left now, actually. How long before? 2 hours. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go for it. So we won't wait for that pistol. What I want to do now is do the mission. So we're going to leave. We're going to launch the combat team. They're all ready to go. We've put them in the actual Skyhawk. And yep, we should be fine. Launch aircraft. Everyone's done. We've sort of got what we need. So launch the dropship. And we'll just speed along. A bit of work on the accelerated pistol, so it's just after we left. So that's okay, we'll just close that one off. Now what we don't want is we don't want the night time to catch up with us. That's why I want it to go. I think we're going to miss this. We're going to be coming in at night time. That's why I didn't want to wait. I thought, no, we're okay. I could have waited the 2 hours. I think we would have been okay. All right, here we go. So where's that? That's is that in Nevada? Is that where Nevada is? I don't really know all that much, to be honest. So Skyhawk to reach the cleaner data raid. How should we proceed? So we'll commence the tactical battle. So we are still. It's just coming up to dusk. Just loading in. Then we'll get into it. Now, enemy reinforcements will spawn continuously from turn 7. Only items with a dropship can be recovered at mission end. So we need to hack at least 10 computers. That's really what we have to do. So we have to sort of smash our way in and sort of get going. So Rudin Sus is saying, I'm seriously asking what makes this game different besides the obvious from the XCOM series, from the original or from the more recent one? It's certainly from the. It's more like the original than the actual XCOM series itself. I really like it. It's sort of like the mission. The maps are all random. So you got sort of like random maps. Not all of them. Some of them are curated, but there are. A lot of the actual maps are random. Even the curated ones can actually have random elements to them. So you don't really know what you're going to get every time. I prefer it to the XCOM, to be honest. It does use more the original mechanics. There we go. We're just beginning our mission now. So this this building is one that's always the same, like this particular one. That's why we didn't really need to go off to the side here. Building's being used by cleaners for processing intelligence. Grab as much data from the computers as possible and get back to the dropship. You won't have long before the reinforcements arrive. So we've got 7 turns before we get reinforcements. Now, with this particular area, we do actually have like one guy in the middle through here. So we can see there, if I go with the Mars platform, so it's got an 86% chance to hit this. I've got different ways of shooting. I might just quickly go through the what everything actually is on the screen. I'll try to do it pretty quickly. When we sort of see something, if it's red, it means that we're aware of any of the aliens showing through here. Essentially, are just enemies. These are humans that we're actually fighting against. I don't think there's any aliens on this particular map, but this is always pretty much the same. Like you've got a reception area, you've got different offices. You have to get into the offices on either side and sort of take what you can. There's different cleaners. The cleaners are humans who are helping the aliens, and so we're only aware of one of them, and the Mars can see it. Like if I go to this unit through here, for example, this one here is aware that there's an alien there because we've seen it, but it's visible to us, but it's not red, which means that we can't actually fire at it. These here will all have red. Yeah, they can also see it. This one can see it as well. So we're going to need to take this one out. Now, they will get reaction shots as well. So what we want to do is pretty much do what we can with the actual units themselves. You can see that that's outside of our range to be able to then go and actually hit them. There's different things we can do as well. But if we go up to the top through here, you've then, of course, just got your standard, save games, etc. You've got your... this one here is abort mission, where everyone just leaves. This one here is show the roof toggle, so I can actually put the roofs on or off back and through there, so we sort of see the full heights. We can also then just change the camera with Q and E as well. So we've sort of got those in through that other side. These are all the different characters we have, up to 9 of them, and so I can just use the actual number keys to run through each of the actual characters if I wanted to. Cover is important. You can see there that if we move into there, we get cover from that side. So, and if the little white bit of cover there means we've got slightly less coming from that other side. Now, if I do run forward, this guy here is going to take shots at me. If I go back here, now we don't get to see this one because if I hover over that one, you'll see that there's little numbers where it actually both the person standing behind the Mars platform, or the Philip B, and also the Philip B, like Mars itself, is has got like -50% and -25%. They're blocking the view. I've still got a 63% chance I'm going to hit it, but if I miss it, I'm going to hit one of those guys. So we have to also be careful. If I move everyone out of the way, the sniper will get a shot at that person, and I sort of think that that's probably the best way for me to do it. And you can see there a 63% hit chance in the bottom right is sort of saying that the we've got 64 there with the soldier accuracy. No move, we haven't moved at all, so we get +50 for that one. We've got tactical module is +4. This is something we're carrying around with us. The shot accuracy is times 1.35, and we've got intervening objects for 50%. So at the moment, the major object that we've got there is the actual platform itself. So I can bring the platform off out of the way just to sort of move it out of its direction. And I do want to be moving in with the actual. I want the platforms and things to be actually moving in. God, it's raining here. So I want all of these out of the way. So I'm going to go and start by giving this guy the shot. So when I was starting this one, I was going to move that one up into the middle there, just because this map, it's always the way. So I don't want this one to be moving. If I just move across, so what I want to do is I want to get these out of the way. So I'm going to move the Mars. Which what I'll do here is I'll move that one up. Probably actually I might send this one off to the right hand side. So if I go that way, it's 59 action points left over, 55, etc., etc. Let's just go and do that. So we'll move that one out. That will then allow this one to move across. So I'm just going to go and do that as well. And we're not seeing anything else over here just yet. This one here I'm just going to move across as well. It's still got 63. And again, if I shoot at this one, I've got an 86% chance there of moving. But it's still going to be okay. Now that one did actually take a shot at it, and we did lose a little bit of our armor. So the Philip B was actually attacked, and so I've got like even a better shot there now. Now if this one through here, I now have a 100% chance of hitting this one. I've got two different ways of doing it. I've got an aimed shot, which will take up 37 of my slots. Now when I hover over both of these, or I've got a scoped shot, which is the one that we've got 100%. If I go back to the ballistic shot and through here, I'm only 82%. But even if I take it, I've still got 27 left over. If I go with the scope shot back and through here, I've got the 100%. Now I've also if I needed to, I can actually go and sort of duck down. So I can actually spend 4 to crouch. So crouching costs 4 time units and boosts firing accuracy by 10%, while also making the unit 10% harder to hit. Uncrouching costs a further 4 time units. So standing soldiers are able to fire over adjacent crouched soldiers with no risk of hitting them. So we can actually sort of drop units down and have them fire over the top. But in this case, we're just going to go and like I don't need to crouch down. So I'm just going to go with Mr. Worth, and we will just take this one out, hopefully. Didn't quite get it, and we only have 18 shots left over, so we don't quite have the ability. Now if we have a look, this one did get hit, and again I don't actually have anything else I can really go and do with that one. The others that we end up having, we've got a they're both shotguns. That's our rifleman there, Curry Boglin. 78% chance. Now, even though the Mars is in front, we can now fire over the top of it, and so I am going to go and fire at this one with 78% chance. And he's down. Now that again was we've still got 27 time units left with that one through there. So we will now start to sort of run across. Let's just go and move over to here. yeah, I don't have any clean way of doing this. I'm just going to do it bit by bit. There we go. We've now seen another one back over there. There's always two on the outside. So I'm going to need to get another of the rifleman type units to be able to go and take this one out. So if I go into there and then do a shift and hover over it, I've got a 79% chance of hitting it from that location. If I do it to there and shift, I've got a 77, plus I have, even if I move to there, I've still got some protection. Even there I've got a little bit of protection. So again, what this is going to give me is the time units. Now what I can do is reserve time units if I wanted to. Like if I wanted to have like a normal sort of shot. That's normal shot. If I go and right click on that one, it just means that I've now reserved that. So if I go over to here, for example, it's got 21. It's not going to let me go there essentially. But I can try to get the shot with this Sergeant Major Sev with the aim shot with the rifle. So the rifle is the better long range weapon for us. If I go to there and try it, I've got shift there. Even that's saying I can actually do it, which is surprising. I didn't think that would actually work. We shouldn't be able to shoot through our ship. I'll move to there. Yeah, we do get the shot there. So we've got a I've got then if I take the 20, like that's actually 79. Actually, that is an aimed shot. I'll just go and get rid of that one. If I go back to that one there, that's going to be only 53. So an aimed shot is actually better for me. So 79% there, and it's only going to leave me 12 left over. So to get the better accuracy, I'm better off crouching. So I'll crouch down there and try to take the shot, 86%. And we got him down. That's great. So Sev did well there. I'm going to now move off again. So we're just going to start to move up. So we're only going to have one action point left there, but that's okay. At least we've cleared out the front now. So we now need to start to sort of move in with our units. Let's leave everyone else sort of where they are, and we'll start to sort of set up our snipers and things in position to be able to look through the lines of fire. We're going to be wanting to move across and come in this side and in the middle and also on this side over here. So I'm going to start to move off the assault guys. So if I move that one to there, I'm going to have 12 action points left over. We go through this one, so let's just go and run to that location. And actually we've got a little bit less there. So we're not seeing anyone just yet. And that one is a bit dangerous for us. So I'm just going to stay standing. I don't know if there'll be any other units that will sort of wander in. A little bit dangerous to stay standing. Can we get there? We can actually get into, we can get to the front doors with one of these units. I wanted the Mars to go in through the front. Not seeing anything just yet. We're seeing the central area of the building. The Mars can smash its way through doors. Everyone else can just sort of can smash its way through walls, actually. So I'm just going to move it across to here. And let's just smash our way there. Okay, so we've now got another unit back in this other side. I'm going to move it back up. If I move it that way, I don't think there's any, like the frontage won't really matter with this one. I think I'll leave that one there, but we now are aware of that one. So unfortunately the Mars is now sort of out in the open again. The fillet B. But it's better for us to have damage come its way than anything else. We're going to be wanting to go into these different rooms. I'm going to send... now, Sorbicol can move a lot of distance, so we can sort of move a fair way up. There's only two there. Don't quite get to the door, to the walls there. Yeah, we don't We don't get a chance to duck down. So we're now looking into these different rooms. So we're just trying to get as close as we can because we have to do this one fairly fast. Now I do get a chance to move into there. You can see that it looks like we're fairly secure everywhere. I can get on the roof as well. I can even get inside there. I think I'll stay back just a little bit. Looks like Resmelin can really move fast, so we're going to be needing these two to go in this side at least. Now we do actually still have Curry Boglin, who is... I'm just going to start to move these up. Yeah, it's got nothing left. Red shirt can get in behind there, or can start to sort of move this way. We'll move. We'll keep them together. And we're going to need more of the the sniper. I'm going to start to move out to here, and the other. So PGS rules will have to then move with his equipment further out as well. How far can you get? Yeah, let's just get around the side. And that's pretty much everyone now moved. There's no reaction shots. A bit of a worry about this guy over here. Right, that'll do us. So we'll end our turn, which is down here. Oh, there is one in that room. Luckily we didn't jump through. Okay, so we're seeing a few of them now. All right, so this is why doing this is fairly important. So have a look across. So we've got a 55% chance with 3 shots there doing 30 damage. And so if I do a snapshot, it's only going to be, it's 38%, 55%. So I'll take the 55. God, I'm glad I didn't jump through that door there. Thanks for the subscription there, Mr. Worth, and also for Redensos. Thanks for the subscription. Very, very much appreciated. So with this one through here, we are behind. We actually do have protection because we're looking through that doorway, through that window. So it's funny, like, you know, that one is now just hidden in the corner there. The Mars platform can. Like, we've got a lot of things in the way with that particular one. It did take a shot at us. We've still got 23 armor with this, so we're still actually fairly good. Do we have a shot here? Got a 75%. There's still stuff in the way. I'm going to take this. I'm going to not move, but I am going to crouch. That's going to then give me 83% now. And we did a bit of damage to it. Not a hell of a lot. So we'll sort of have to move that one in. The others that we do actually have Curry Boglin yet again with 45%. It's not great, is it? That's for an aimed shot. I can do a burst shot in through here. So that's going to leave me with 32 left over. If I move that one to the platform and then do one, it's 54%. It's still not fantastic. It's 27, which only leaves me a normal shot. What I'm thinking of doing is making sure that this one can't actually come through. We might come back to that. We pretty much know that we have to shoot this one here. That's going to take 30. I'm still going to have 2 shots at this. Got him. Good stuff. So 2 of the shots went in, 1 was a miss. That's fine. All right, so that's good with Resmelin. So Resmelin sort of took that one out. Sev is not going to really be able to do much there. We can get to that location. Can also get over this way to start. There's a ladder there that can take us up on the roof. And if we sort of scroll up, that's the roof there. So I can then start to dominate things that are happening in like from the roof, but I don't know if we're going to sort of see much with that. So I think I'll actually just leave that one alone. But you also do want to get down the edges, because there will be units that will be sort of moving in around the actual edges themselves. So let's actually not worry about that one just yet. Having said that, I am going to need to get in positions where we can sort of get like better attacks. These guys here can take a bit of punishment. They've got 20 armor. They've got 26 there. So I'm not seeing anything down this way just yet. If I get to there with 8, I don't get any reaction shots anymore. I've already don't have enough for that. Whoa. And we just took shots there. Took a bit of damage. I can't even turn around. Alright, so we know that there's a guy in there. So old Mr. Frodo has taken some damage, and we're now sort of facing the other way. Let's get in there. Oh, we're only going to have 13 shot, the 13 here. That one probably will come out of the window and have a crack at us. So I went too far. Went one too far. We want to make sure that we actually have a reaction shot. So I'm going to, with 37, I'm just going to keep Resmelin where he is, looking through here at this door. So we're going to be a little bit sort of tied up there. In that case, let's start to move we'll move Sev on this side just to give support this way. And I've only got 2, so I can't duck down. Yeah, so old Mr. Frodo could be in trouble here. He's got a lot of hit points though, so hopefully we'll be all right. Yeah, we just ran out of action points. Now that sort of is now leaving us with not a real lot left back in through this other side. The 14, I will be wanting this one to move into a more central location, but I am a bit worried about this one here. We do need to take that one out. So with the with the platform, I can move it to there. That's 43. It does give me a normal shot, 79%. If I do it from there, it's only 55. If I move it out to there, I can then just press shift. That's 56. It's already 55. And that's using the 44, like the actual aim shot. If I move to there, I no longer get the aim shot, but it's 79%. 60% there. So it's hardly any difference. So that one there is a 41% versus a 55%. If I do the, I've got 68 shots. So I've got 2 normal shots here. If I go back to the normal shot, so if I do that one, I'm left with 36 shots left over. Let's just go for it. Missed. Got him. Good. So we had 2 shots there. That was fine. And we still actually have a little bit of movement that we can then go and do. I'm going to keep that one where that is. Now, Curry Boglin. If I move to there, I've got 27, which is enough for a normal shot. All right, let's. I've probably got too many on this side now. I might just move this one into here. With 40, we then got a good aim shot left over. Let's just go and leave that one just to protect the center. Because we do actually still have PGS rules. Can move to there with 25, which still gives me a normal shot, but I don't get to see it because it's behind that area. 25 does give me a reaction shot. If I press I can then sort of see the reflexes are 47, which is actually okay. That's not too bad. So he may be able to use his reflexes to go and do something. At 25, actually I might do that. Let's move in. That way we're looking into this room, and I will duck down. So he will, that'll protect him a little bit from behind there. I could duck down in here as well. Yeah, if I duck down that way, we're still going to end up with more than enough shots. All right, now we go into this room. So we've got ourselves one more shotgun, so red shirt, along with the with Sorbicol. So I'm going to go and smash our way through here, and we want to start to pick up the loot. Can I do that? No, not quite, not yet. There we go. Got one of the 10. Two. There'll be more in this room over here. What I want to do is make sure that I've got, I've still got 36 action points. If I move to there, I'm going to have 18. 16. And I do actually still have a ballistic snapshot there. So I'm just going to stay where I am with that one there. That then gives me Red Shirt Wizard with a lot of time action points, where we could actually come down the side and just watch from here. Now, it's going to have to be close range for us to go and do anything. So we've got 25. 22. Let's see anything there. That's 14. It's 5. Let's go to there. It gives me a little bit of protection down the side if anyone does come out, and I can then sort of also duck down. And I'll look in that direction. That'll be okay. I mean, I would like to see if there's anything in behind. She'll have a look into the room. That room looks fairly secure. You can't see what's in that corner, but other than that, that looks all right. So who we got left? So we've still got Curry Boglin with an Overwatch. We've got Overwatch there, and now I don't know what. Oh, yeah, 2 data sticks there. So that's actually okay. So we've got one more data stick location inside here, but we'll still keep on just moving our way down through the, there's one in there as well, which will, like, depending on what this guy does, we'll sort of see what ends up happening. This is going into our turn. So on the left-hand side is what I'm most concerned about. Yep, we've got a bleeding wound there. So old Mr. Frodo is bleeding. So we'll have a bit of a look. You can see down through here, he's now got like a bleeding wound. A bleeding wound is a status injury that inflicts 5 hit points of damage on the affected soldier at the end of each turn. Bleeding wounds can be cured using a healing item, such as a medikit, and are automatically removed at the end of a mission. A weapon with a chance of inflicting a bleeding wound for each 10 points of damage it has inflicted, with the exact percentage chance varying. So essentially we have, like, he's still actually up and around. He's got 14 armor left, 30 hit points left, but a bleeding wound in through there. Now that will sort of be a bit debilitating. So if we go and get him, we first of all need to kill this guy off. So we'll, God. You're kidding. That's a shocker. That is an absolute shocker. All right, so Resmelin. Okay, well, you're just going to have to duck down. I should have ducked down anyway. We have the medikit back through here, so we need to go and heal up, heal the bleeding wound. Now that's going to leave me not much left over, to be honest. So I will actually go and do that one. If we move that one across. The one does have a bleeding wound, but it's only got 3 hit points. Oh, I don't have enough to do that one anyway. I'm not going to have enough to do anything there, unfortunately. I can come into there. That's 16. We're seeing an open door there, which is a bit of a worry. That one won't have... I don't think that one would have come through that open door. We're going to have to take our bleeding wound here. Yeah, we don't have enough to apply this. Damn. It may still bleed out. I think it had a bleeding wound. Yeah, don't have a shot there. $29 times 3 with 21. Still got 29 there. So I can come in with a bit of a snapshot as long as I sort of have a shot where it's so if I move to there, that's not quite right. Yeah, what have I got left? I've only got 5 left. Damn. Okay, well I've screwed up here pretty badly. So I'm hoping there's no one behind me. And we'll see how we go. Alright, so now we've got these guys. They can't help with any of this. Back in through here. We're down to 18 with 53. 95% times 3. That one's dead. So we'll I'm going to move in with this one, and we'll just keep on sort of moving our way through the through the building. So we've got that target. We've now cleared out this room as well, but we're going to need to now come into here. Yep, nothing much else in there. I'll just stay where I am. So I'll sort of look out into the corridor. That means I can now move around the other building with this one. Now, is that broken? Oh no, it's a plant on the inside. I'm going to, again, because we've now taken damage, I'm just going to sort of keep... we don't actually have any reaction shots. But I'll stay in behind this just for a bit of protection, so we'll just go and duck down. We'll just stay where we are there. I'm going to duck down over here as well. And that then frees up this one to come back in. Grab this. That's 4 now, 4 of the 10 that we need. And we're doing fairly well with all of this. Let's move into this location over here. Just move on up. And I'll duck down. Yeah, we've screwed up on this side pretty badly. Which side do we need protection on? Probably this side over here, I think. Let's move that one there. Alright, we've still got the Mars platform for the center. Let's just move into the middle of the operation here. So I've got 41. I still have a snapshot there. 37. Leaves me with 1 snapshot. I think I'll stay where I am. We'll just look across this side. And Curry Boglin as well. I'm just going to move this one to the other side here. Got a 50% chance there. Still with 7. It's not great. Not great odds. Let's move this way. So we now know that we're going to end up with potential shots this side. Duck down. All right, so in behind, essentially in behind the platform. That's everyone that's now moved. So we've still got a snapshot this side. Yes, I've had to come out. Yeah, maybe I could have done something there. There we go. Just close the door. Nothing to see in here. We're not hiding in this room. Now, this is a problem with old Mr. Frodo. We'll just end our turn. Come on, die. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine as well. Only minor damage. That's good. That's actually very, very good. Yep, so we've still got the bleeding wound in through here. We have to sort this out. There we are. Bleeding wound done. So we've now got that one under control. What I'm going to do is I need to keep on moving down this way. We've still got 44 hit points here. 72% chance. He's down. Good. That clears out that room. Still gives me now 2 more that I can then go and grab it from in here. So old Mr. Frodo has taken a bit of damage. Where'd the guy go that was in there? He came in this. He smashed his way through there. So he's inside this room. I don't think that's him because otherwise we'd see the open doors there. Let's just go this side. Now we do actually have a 75% shot there. I might as well use the sniper. Didn't get the kill. Yeah, I need to, these sniper rifles. We do need to get the laser ones. Let's just finish this one off. That's 88 times 3. It's only got 7 hit points. I just need to get one shot. If I just right click on it, the next one is just the snapshot. So we'll do that one at 71%. He's down. Only one of them hit, but that was all we needed to do. All right, so we've got 45 action points. Let's move in. I don't think we need to go too far back. That's where the other's going to come in from. I'm going to stay in behind the cover here. Just make sure that we can see everything. Yep, that's okay. There's really not much else on this side of the map, but we'll I'll just stay where I am there and duck down again just to get the protection. Alright, let's see what we can find in here. There he is. Enemy spotted. 85%. Missed. Terrible shot from Silver Coal. Still got 21. Got him. Good stuff. Quite often these guys don't get a chance to really do too much of that sort of work, but that was good. So we now just have to get into there. We may have to go a little bit further down this way, but I don't think it'll matter that much. Now, I don't think we can get past. No, we can't. So it's now blocking our way. But I will actually just move across with PGS rules, and we'll sort of look down this way and cover the this avenue. Yeah, so the reinforcements will arrive in 3 turns. We definitely want to make sure that we're out of here by that stage. So old Mr. Frodo can still move down. We're probably going to have to get into this room. That's 6 there. Can't see in that room. I should have done that. We've done a bit differently. 33 there for Sev. Not seeing anything else in that room. Just move in. Duck down. Got 5 now. Item captured. Should be more on this other side, I thought. What are we up to? We're up to 6. Oh, there's another one down there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. 7. So I've got 25. I've still got the snapshot there. I'm just going to duck down, which will give me still a snapshot if anyone walks through that area there. I still feel a need to support this side more so than this side. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to move out into the central area with the platform. So we need to leave 44. If anyone's in there, they do get the shot. So I think I'll just stay where I am. That does give me an aim shot with the Philip B. And in here I can again just sort of cover the flanks. We don't need to cover this flank, that's covered. This one here, I'm just going to move in. And we're not seeing anything else in that room just yet, but we will actually, I'll just duck down, and that way we've got the 45, which gives me a aim shot off in this angle. So that's actually okay. That one there's, we can't do much else with. All right, we're getting close. We only got to get 3 of them now, so we've got one more there. Seth can't pick that up. And we've got one more there. That takes us up to 9, and then there's 10 in there, in that room there. And then we can get out of here. So we've still got 3 turns before they arrive. Let's end our turn. We've done well with... Here they come. So that's unfortunate. So Resmelin is also now bleeding. That's 2 of our, well, all 3 of our, our assault guys have actually copped it here a little bit. Now Sev is going to have to come across and heal up. We do actually have the shot there, 83%. Missed. 24 isn't enough. Oh, that's terrible. Come on, Curry Boglin. Jeez, he's suppressed. If I run in, like we do have the bleeding wound, and I need to fix those bleeding wounds up immediately. So I'm just going to move across with the medic. Another enemy spotted way on the other side. Where? In there, in that room. All right, so forget that for a second. All right, down to 12 points there. This one here's still got 69. Now this one will be able to get a shot through there. But I need to take this one out, so I'm just going to rush. If I do it to there, 53 gives me 72 times 3. Let's take it. If I move to there, I'm sort of out in the open. Can I find a path to that one? Just have to be careful of this guy. If I move to there, it's 37. Yeah, that's definitely the shot. So I've got 23, still got a snapshot. God damn. Alright, well, we're sort of stuck there now. That was terrible. He does have 3 hit points left, so Resmelin's now in a bit of trouble. So suppose since this game takes so long to finish, it does indeed. Resmelin's saying, oh, yes, indeed. I don't need to... There's a hole in the wall there. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to come into this room. Door's open. What's going on there? Duck down. Old Mr. Frodo. Now you don't also have really a shot there, so I'm just going to stay back where I am at that location. Duck down. Alright, so we don't have anything else we can really do here other than move. I don't have any snapshots or anything. And we don't have anything left there with Curry Boglin. What we may be able to do is bring across one of the others from here to help out. Now we do have to go past this. We now have 8, and we still need to get 2 more. We've still got to get this one and this one in behind. In fact, I might just get Sev. No, I can't do it just yet. We'll need to go back for that one there. There's another one in there as well that we could grab. Suppression here is going to leave them with limited shots that they can then go and do, but that, unfortunately, we didn't get the kill, and I thought we would. What about from over here? 38. Gives me a 47% chance there. If I move to there, 21. Nothing. That's my best shot there. 35. 32. Got a 49%. 29 still works. 26. 51%. 29, 50%. I want to sort of stay away from where this guy is. If I move to there at 35, 48, it's close enough for me. Missed. Alright, okay, so we're not doing too well there. I've still got a couple of other units that haven't moved properly yet. This one here. There's only two that there. 11 there. It's 36. I need 21 left over for the shot. I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, well, let's capture that there. And I think what we'll do is we've only got 2 turns before the others arrive. I only need to get 1 more and then we can leave. So let's just get out of here. Yeah, we shouldn't see too much coming the other side. That will be okay. There's nothing else in this room. Yeah, let's just get out of here. We'll go through the middle. Slight injuries. I'm going to keep this one looking down this side just in case something comes around the corner. They're all where they are, so that's the only one that we've sort of got left in through there. We're just going to end our turn. It does warn me, or it normally does. Because I had selected, it's not going to. Come on, Resmelin, you need to survive this. Whoa. That's okay. Oh no! No bleeding wounds though, and he died from his wounds. That's okay. Right, guys, let's get out of here. One more data, and we're gone. So we've got 1 more turn. So reinforcements will arrive at the end of this turn. So we'll just go and grab you to get that one. That's 10 of 10. Look, I could just go and grab this one as well. Got 11. We have to get out of here alive. That's the thing. Okay, so just start to move out. Those out of there. Spotted yet, we knew about that one already. Okay, you're going to get out. I'm not going to worry about him. Get back to the ship. I could have stayed with Overwatch in the middle there. Do as much damage as possible. Just watch and see what's going to happen with this guy. Everyone else down this way is pretty much done. So it's Silver Coal. That one still can move out of here. So let's just move that one across as well. It's Red Shirt out of there, and it leaves PGS has to get out of there as well. Just want to make sure that we sort of stay in around behind cover if we can. Can't really do that one actually. That one we're going to be open, but it's going to be a long distance, so I think we'll be okay. Just go for it. Run away, guys, run away. And yep, this is pretty much the last one. Why is it going that way? That's okay, I'll still do it, because we do actually have the better armor. And I will just keep this one where it is. So we'll end our turn there. All coming, yep. Grab what you can and get back to the chopper. Here they come. So these are more powerful. So, Screenplay saying, I think you reloaded by mistake. Reloaded, where was that? Did I reload one of the, did I press a YAR key or something? With someone. Alright, well, we're now time to just get out of here. So they're behind us. We're not going to have any real issues. Let's just get back into the ship. It's going to take us a couple of turns to do this. Yep, smash windows as you go. That's the way to do it. Alright, we've got Curry Boglin back there. I'm just going to go and have both of them sit back this side. PGS can move back in, because I'll be able to get these out. We're not going to get everyone inside this turn. They've already moved, for example. Red Shirt back in. No point keeping you out there anymore. It just allows me a couple with Overwatch. And who else have we got? We've got that one. And we'll get you out of there as well. The next turn we just get everyone else back out again. So we'll just leave them for Overwatch. End our turn. So you get the reminder, if I just click it again, it'll then just end the turn. Okay, so some things saying, don't forget to sell the cleaner data you just collected from the store when you get back. You may even have some from the last time. I cleaned them all out actually. Oh, there we go, we would have had a shot with the sniper. So they're trying to sort of come back through, but yeah, we've now done what we needed to do. So, in you get, guys, in you get. Right, mission ended. That's good. We actually got out of that one pretty well. I thought when that first attack went through that we missed so badly it was going to be a real big problem. So I'm missing a lot of the comments here, guys. Sorry about this. I'll just try to catch up where I can. Steve Fishmersey is saying last time I played it, it was like a third of a game. I think it's like ended at medium-sized UFOs. Is it near finished? Yes, it is. Basically, I think all the ships are now in, all the enemies. I think it's now just more almost polish. Like they do actually have the full game. There we go. We've got wounded for 16 days in through there. Old Mr. Frodo injured there. We did actually get some what are they called? Level ups. Injured for 12 days, injured for 3 days. So red shirt, nothing too much through there. 2 kills through there. Everyone got pretty much a kill except for PGS Rules and Mr. Worth, the sniper. It's funny, Mr. Worth got a couple of shots there, but didn't really sort of end up getting anything too much. Normally the sniper gets at least a few kills. Anyway, let's just go back to the comments and through here. So yeah, and so Walter is saying, didn't know there was a second one out. Yes, it came out a while ago. It's sort of an interesting, like the first one came out, which was pretty good. Like it wasn't too bad, but it was sort of, I used to get bored with it, like very, very quickly. And then the second one was announced, and it was like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll see what it's like. And then Hooded Horse, nothing happened with it for a long, long period of time. Then Hooded Horse became the publisher, and then they started to put out monthly updates as to what they were doing. Excuse me, and a roadmap and stuff like that. And so it then became, oh, okay, this is really getting quite interesting. And then they were quite slow with their updates for a little while, but they've really just, for the last year or so, maybe even 2 years, they've been bringing out regular updates that are quite meaningful to the game, and it's been great. I've got to say the early access, people were concerned about the early access a couple of years ago, but not anymore. Like it's just great what they're adding in. And one thing they also do is they don't religiously adhere to their roadmap. They sort of move off and do their own. Like if they think that something needs addressing, they'll sort of ditch the roadmap and fix things up, which is fantastic as well. So we're getting the game that we all want, which is awesome. We've got where did we get to? Didn't know the second one out. We did that one. So Munkin Restats is saying that's what I hate about percent to hit games and how Phoenix Point did it. So Wiggly is saying, hey Daz, not caught you streaming in a while. Yeah, hi Wiggly, how you going? And Star Dagger is then saying you need to be leaving. Yeah, I need to be going fairly soon. Just diving through a glass window. There we go. So, sorry, you're talking about the about the actual units. I'm conscious of my time. I've got to leave like very, very soon. Tyler Brown is saying, I really appreciate this gameplay coverage and chill, but involved narration. I wouldn't bother to catch a trailer for this game, and screenshots don't really give a feel for the actual game in motion. The other thing that even like with these one-off plays, one thing you don't get is just how cohesive this game is in terms of its meta game as well as the individual missions. The individual missions are important, like really important, and that's the bread and butter. But the actual overall pacing of the game, how things develop, and the whole lot is really exceptional in this game compared to the first one. The first one was sort of a bit of a mess in that cohesive aspect, but this one really shines. Like it feels good, and the fact that they sort of introduced these human elements as well, like the cleaners, really enhanced the game for me. I absolutely loved it. It's good stuff. Tyler Brown's sort of saying this is the perfect sweet spot to get an idea of what the game is like. Yeah, I think it's the only real way of actually looking at it, like in depth, with what it actually does do. But this mission here is like a predefined mission. This one's not a random mission. Stardagger saying it's a 2005 version of a 1994 game released in 2025. I find it incredibly well done. Like it does have that sort of same old Xenonauts 1 feel about it. So Stardagger saying it's worth playing. It's not forgiving. It is a difficult game. She's also saying great success. I was a bit worried about those assault guys, but they do have good survivability. Like they're there because of their hit points as well. So Walter's then saying, sounds great. I wish more developers were like this. Definitely not any AAA developers, studios I know of. Yeah, look, there's there are a few. I don't know whether you put Triumph Studios and Paradox in the same, if you consider them AAA or even just AA. But I know that like Triumph Studios will also really listen closely to what people have to say to then try to tweak their game to get the best out of it. Like I'll be covering a lot of that in the coming week with the release of the new DLC for Age of Wonders. And I've got to say, I really like their approach to things as well. But the big AAAs, yeah, quite often they have their idea of what they want to do, and you know, nothing gets in the way of that. But in this case, they really are responsive to what people are looking for. And so, for example, if they wanted to make money, they could have, as was mentioned before, the game wasn't finished. Like, it didn't have an end game for a long period of time. They could have rushed that, which is what most devs would, I think, do, just because that's what people were sort of asking for. But they knew that the fun of the game was being hindered, so they went back away from finishing the stuff that would have given them a tick in that box to go back and actually enhance what it actually. I won't even say fix. They just enhanced the gameplay all the way along, and it's been sort of like in that journey I've really, really enjoyed. And so even though the game hasn't been finished, I didn't care. It's such a long game anyway. Like, it's sort of I preferred to have the quality of life things coming through more so than the actual progression, if that makes sense. So no, I was pretty happy with the way it has all gone down since Hooded Horse got involved with the publishing. Tyler's then saying, does this game include correction for the movement direction warping that comes from square movement spaces? Moving at 45 degrees is faster than moving 90 degrees, one direction or the other. Yes, I think it does, but I can't remember the specifics of it, to be honest. And Stardagger saying, this harkens back to the time in PC gaming where the game would grind you into a pulp without apology. Everybody's saying, yeah, good point. Too many studios hold hands and treat players like children. I prefer difficulty and having consequences. Yeah, it's a really, really good game. And Supreme Plague on Twitch is then sort of saying, I really like this as a DasDemption game. Yeah, so DasDemption is where people on Twitch particularly have their characters named after them, and then essentially if they get killed in the mission, they can get banned from the Twitch stream. I can't do that with YouTube, otherwise I'd do it with YouTube as well. But yeah, there's Twitch has got like a lot of support things, you know, both in terms of banning people, but also in terms of sort of you know, that people can redeem points, the viewing points to sort of be able to have characters named after them. So all of these are named characters in through here. Yeah, so play Steel Panthers then, says Tyler. Actually, I'd love to see a remake of that. That would be such a cool game to have as a remake. Anyway, I have run out of time. Let's just get back to the base. So we're now going back in. We'll just go and zoom forward. So 2 days later. And so we're now back in through here. Skyhawk has been refueled. If you go back and have a quick look at the soldiers, they've all done pretty well. So they're starting to now go back through different things. Resmelin really has to go out of here, so we just unassign Resmelin. One of them was also relegated. Old Mr. Frodo has been relegated back out, and even any of them that are injured, I just remove them from the missions. So we'll unassign those at the start, and I think I'll just leave it there. So everything else is actually looking pretty good. So anyway, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there, guys, and so I'll catch you tomorrow if you're around. I should be playing some. I think I should have time for Dwarf Fortress up front, and then I think I've got a Slytherin stream as well. But anyway, I'll be able to sort of cater for all those things. So don't forget to sell the cleaner data. Yes, you'll do that now. Just go back into storerooms. Where are we? Basic stores. So we do actually come in with different things. I can just go to sell junk. Actually, there's nothing there. It's not there. All right, no, nothing there. Nothing there to sell. So we've already done all the selling. So anyway, guys, I will leave it there. So I'll catch you tomorrow if you're around.